The Supreme Federal Court in Brazil, a symbol of justice and the rule of law, now finds itself at the center of a storm that is shaking the very foundations of the nation's democracy. In recent days, the court has taken an unexpected and dramatic step, thrusting itself into the spotlight and igniting passionate debate across the country. The justices have suddenly accelerated a high-profile case against Eduardo Bolsonaro, a prominent political figure and son of the former president. This move has not only sparked national controversy, but has also raised deep concerns about the impartiality and motivations of Brazil's highest court. News outlets are abuzz, and the public is left questioning the true intent behind this rapid escalation. At the heart of this legal battle is Judge Alexandre de Moraes, a figure both respected and feared within the judiciary. He is leading the charge, and his actions are being closely scrutinized. Many observers, both inside and outside the political arena, see his aggressive pursuit of this case as a direct challenge to political freedom and the right to express dissenting views. Critics argue that the judiciary should remain neutral, not act as an instrument to suppress opposition. The origins of this case trace back to a heated session in the Education Committee, where Tabata Amaral, a rising political star, filed a formal complaint against Bolsonaro. She claimed that his remarks were not only inappropriate, but also defamatory, damaging her reputation and undermining the integrity of the committee. What began as a dispute over words has now escalated into a national legal drama. But as the case unfolds, a critical question emerges. Is this truly a matter of defamation, or is it a calculated attempt to silence political opposition and stifle debate? Many fear that the legal system is being weaponized to target those who challenge the status quo, threatening the very principles of free speech and democratic participation. For years, this case languished in the shadows, seemingly forgotten by the courts. Now, almost overnight, it is being rushed through the judicial process with unprecedented speed. This sudden urgency has left legal experts and ordinary citizens alike wondering, what has changed? Why now? The timing and haste raise serious questions about the true motives behind this judicial push. With the future of democracy hanging in the balance, Brazilians from all walks of life are taking to the streets, demanding transparency, accountability, and the protection of their fundamental rights. The stakes could not be higher. In this pivotal moment, it is essential for every citizen to recognize the urgency of the situation and to stand up in defense of their freedoms. Silence is not an option. In times like these, when the foundations of democracy are under threat, our freedoms depend on action, vigilance, and the courage to speak out. The future of Brazil's democracy rests in the hands of its people. The Brazilian justice system faces growing public distrust, especially after the sudden push in the Bolsonaro case. Many see this as political manipulation, not justice. When courts are used as tools for political warfare, free speech and diversity are threatened. This erodes trust, breeds cynicism, and distances people from their institutions. Democracy suffers when the judiciary is seen as biased. We must demand transparency and fairness from our courts. The future of our democracy depends on active, vigilant citizens. The case against Eduardo Bolsonaro is more than a personal dispute. It stands as a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over the boundaries of political speech in Brazil. At its core, this case is not just about one politician's words, but about the fundamental rights of all citizens to express their views, especially when those views challenge the status quo or criticize those in power. It's a clash over free speech in politics, a battleground where ideas and ideologies collide. In democracies, the ability to speak freely, even provocatively, is essential for healthy debate and progress. When politicians are silenced or punished for their opinions, it sends a chilling message to the public and to future leaders. Bolsonaro's comments, made during a heated policy debate, were critical of leftist approaches to crime. While his words may have been controversial, they reflect a broader conversation happening across the country about public safety, justice, and the role of government. Such debates are vital for a functioning democracy. Many argue this is legitimate political discourse, not defamation. Critics warn that labeling strong political criticism as a criminal act could stifle dissent and discourage open discussion. Supporters of Bolsonaro claim that this case is being used to set an example, to warn others against challenging dominant narratives. Criminalizing such speech sets a dangerous precedent for democracy. If courts begin to punish politicians for their rhetoric, where does it end? The risk is that the legal system becomes a tool for silencing opposition, rather than upholding justice. The Supreme Court's rush to judgment raises doubts about impartiality. Observers question whether the judiciary is acting independently, or if it is being influenced by political pressures and public opinion. The speed and intensity of the proceedings have only fueled suspicions. Why now? Why this case? The timing suggests motives beyond justice. Some believe the case is being used to distract from other political issues or to send a message to Bolsonaro's supporters. Others see it as part of a broader struggle over the future direction of the country. We must scrutinize the facts and motivations to protect free expression. It is crucial to look beyond headlines and examine the evidence, the legal arguments, and the broader context. Only by doing so can we ensure that justice is truly served and that democracy remains strong. Justice must serve democracy, not political interests. The outcome of this case will set a precedent for years to come, shaping the boundaries of free speech and the role of the courts in political life. Justice in Brazil risks becoming a weapon against political opponents. The Bolsonaro case highlights a trend of using courts for political gain, not impartial justice. When the judiciary is seen as an instrument of vendetta, its legitimacy collapses. Fast-tracking this case hints at a predetermined outcome, undermining trust. Such tactics echo authoritarian regimes, where legal systems cloak political persecution. We must resist the politicization of justice to protect our freedoms. This case tests our commitment to democracy. Let's not fail it. The Bolsonaro case must be measured against global standards of justice and free speech. In democracies like the US, political speech is broadly protected as essential to debate. Europe's courts also defend free expression, even when controversial. Brazil must aspire to these standards, ensuring justice protects, not punishes, dissent. The world is watching. Will Brazil choose freedom or repression? Our justice system must stand for open debate, not silencing opposition. Public outrage over the Bolsonaro case is reaching a peak. Citizens from all backgrounds are uniting to demand fairness and freedom from the judiciary. This is more than a legal fight. It's a defining moment for Brazil's democracy. Accelerated proceedings have sparked a movement that transcends politics. Protests are spreading as people refuse to be silenced by judicial overreach. This is a fight for every Brazilian's right to speak and participate in democracy. Our collective voice is our strongest defense. The rush against Bolsonaro threatens Brazil's democratic foundations. Weaponizing the courts against political figures sets a dangerous precedent. Democracy thrives on open debate, not suppression. This case warns all who challenge the status quo. Dissent may be punished. Fear replaces dialogue, stifling progress and innovation. We must act to preserve our democratic ideals and keep justice impartial. The future of our freedoms depends on our vigilance. Across the vast landscapes of Brazil, from the bustling cities to the quiet countryside, a patriotic call to action echoes louder than ever before. The spirit of our nation stirs in the hearts of millions, urging us to rise and defend what we hold most dear. Now is the moment for every citizen, regardless of background, age, or belief, to come together and protect the values that define our beloved homeland: faith, liberty, and justice. These are not just words, but the very foundation upon which our society stands. The Bolsonaro case represents more than the fate of a single leader. It is a test of our commitment to the freedoms and rights enshrined in our Constitution. It is a moment that challenges us to stand up for democracy, to ensure that our voices are heard, and to protect the principles that make Brazil strong. Our history is rich with stories of courage and resilience, from the fight for independence to the struggles for civil rights. Brazilians have always found the strength to overcome adversity. We must honor that legacy by refusing to be silent or passive in the face of challenges. The sacrifices of those who came before us paved the way for the freedoms we enjoy today. Their bravery is a reminder that the path to justice is never easy, but always worth walking. The road ahead may be filled with obstacles, but with unity and unwavering resolve, we can overcome any challenge. Together, we are stronger, and together we can shape the future of our nation. Let us stand shoulder to shoulder, united in our love for Brazil, determined to safeguard our democracy and the promise it holds for every citizen. The choices we make and the actions we take today will echo through the generations, shaping the destiny of Brazil for years to come. Now is the time to act, to believe, and to build a brighter future for all. As the Bolsonaro case unfolds, the silent majority must find its voice. The stakes are too high for indifference. Democracy itself is on the line. We must reject politicized justice and demand fairness in our courts. Now is the time for all Brazilians to speak up for democracy and freedom. Our nation's strength lies in open debate and diversity of thought. Let's defend these pillars with passion and resolve. Together, we can secure a just, free, and democratic future for Brazil.